It may not look like it, but our 91 Fox body is almost done. I mean, sure, we have to still realign the rear end and put new glass in it and finish the brake system, put the hood on, and obviously put the nose on, and then we have to change the valve cover gaskets, take it out and road test it, make sure it works, and then obviously we have to take it drag racing. But I swear to you, we are almost there. 99.9% of it is almost there. Maybe. So sit back, grab some coffee, grab a donut, because it's all coming up on this episode of Fox Body Rehab. Starting to look like a car again. You know, from back to front, if you look, we have a little bit of a combination of some older and crusty to brand new. We still have our old Flowmaster mufflers. And here's the thing. Yes, there's a little surface rust on here, but that's it, just surface rust. They still work great, they still sound great. No need to spend money when you don't have to. We also have our brand new cats, and we also have, if you look at the piping up here, the bungs for our O2 sensors to keep the car emissions compliant. Now, as we move forward, I'm going to point out one very cool feature for our ProCharger system. ProCharger has two intercoolers for this thing. Now, there's the 3-core race intercooler that we have right here, but there's also a 2-core. Now, we went with the bigger 3-core because, let's face it, we're going to abuse the hell out of this thing and really have a lot of fun with it. So, if you go with the ProCharger supercharger, just make sure that you get the right one for your application.
Junior's inside the car right now taking some things apart. He wants to get the old wiring out of the car. There was a bunch of stuff there that had been added over the car's life for alarms and air horns and other things. We're pulling all that stuff out because we've got some new wiring that needs to happen. He's got to wire up a switch for the LenTech AOD overdrive lockout. We're going to need to wire up a switch for the line lock from the Hurst roll control.
All right, there we go. On, line lock off, master switch off.
And we're also going to have to permanently wire the new fuel pump for the blower system. So he's in there now taking things out, and pretty soon we'll get to wiring up the new stuff.
As Junior removed the surplus wiring and the extra systems accumulated over the years in the Mustang, his focus then shifted to installing the new B&M ratchet shifter. Now, this upgrade means seamless gear changes, empowering us to navigate and lock into every gear across the Mustang's entire rev range. It also harks back to a classic era. It exudes a nostalgic vibe that fits our 91 Mustang, and with a proven track record for flawless performance, it was a fitting and highly anticipated addition to our project. Now that the shifter was in place, the next step was to install our new glass, which meant calling in Brian Pete from CL White Glass Incorporated of Bennington, Vermont. After assessing the existing glass, Brian skillfully removed the Mustang's beat and weathered windshield and made way for a pristine replacement that we sourced from our partners at Classic Industries.
If you guys are wondering why we pulled the original windshield out of the Mustang, well, I'm going to tell you. At 32 years old with 112,000 miles on it, the original windshield was just kind of blistered and pocked just from road wear. And you couldn't see it from the footage, or you can't see it from the footage, but it was actually getting kind of a little tough to see. So we contacted Classic Industries. They sent us a brand new windshield, which kind of makes visibility a little better and kind of goes along with the extra speed we added to the car.
All right, so I'm in here, I'm removing all the screws for the quarter glass here. And typical Mustang, all the rubber here just degrades over time. It's part of the quarter glass, so you can't just replace the rubber, you have to replace the whole quarter glass. So Classic Industries set us up with some new quarter glass, and I'm just going to undo all the bolts, and they are butylled in, so we'll have to cut them out and we'll install the new ones, and it'll look great. That is butyl rubber. It's just used to glue in the glass on these. Back in the day, it was just like a tarred glue. So the downside of these quarter glass is you pretty much have to remove the entire rear of the interior to get to them. I think that's it. We'll count our nuts. We'll count the other glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am matching up the new glass here to the old one because I count 9 studs on the new one, but I've only found 8 of the fasteners. So I'm just using this as a template. Nope. Found it. Right in the middle.
Replacing rear quarter windows in a Fox body Mustang is no small task. However, if you're looking to swap out those weathered moldings and scratch glass, then this is the method that you need to follow. The process involves removing all the rear interior body panels, as the exterior moldings and the glass are a single sealed unit. But you need to ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze in this case? Well, considering these Mustangs are hitting the 30 to 40 year mark and becoming prized collectibles that are now ripe for a full restoration, we think it is. We're also grateful that companies like Classic Industries have acknowledged this demand and are providing the essential parts needed for enthusiasts like us. The next step in our project was reassembling the Mustang's front end. But as we opted for the ProCharger's larger 3-core race intercooler, some minor adjustments were needed to ensure a perfect fit. After they were done though, the nose was refitted seamlessly. Then we shifted our focus to the taillights, the headlights, and the remaining wiring, which helped to bring everything else together.
After an enormous amount of work, our 91 Fox body is finally starting to look like a Mustang again. So what's next? Well, we're gonna throw it up on the lift, and now it's time to break in the gears, and it's time to check for leaks everywhere, from the front end to the back, so that's what we're gonna do right now.
We're filling the transmission back up. LenTech advises to put 4 in the pan after having it apart, and then as soon as we get the engine started, we'll put another 4 in, and that should fill it up, including the quart that we put in the new converter when we installed that.
All right, so we got the car on the lift, and right now we're going to break in the gear set for the MOSER gears. They recommend that we run it for 3 minutes in forward, 3 minutes in reverse, and then a 10-minute ride, just a normal ride down the road, and then they're all set to go. So we've got our exhaust hooked up, and we're just going to fire it and let it run for a little bit.
So we've got our brand new exhaust ventilation system. We're going to hook this up to the tailpipes. We want to run the car on the lift to break in the gears, but we don't want to fog out the garage. So we hook this up, it draws the exhaust up into the system and outside, and we can run it inside as long as we want, and you won't even smell it.
Don't worry, the car's not on fire. That's just a little ATF on the header. It's fine. Fine. Right, Junior, it's fine?
It's fine.
Totally fine.
Be fine. Totally fine. Nothing to worry about. I'm going to try for reverse.
So, put the car up on the lift. As everybody knows, we put a valve body in this thing, right? So we changed the converter, we changed the valve body, and now Junior there's a certain procedure that you have to do. You've got to put it in neutral, put a bunch of quarts in, let it fill, and then basically what we're doing to break in the gears is you put it up on the lift and you run it 3 minutes forward, 3 minutes in back, then let it sit, and then take it out on the road. The issue that we're having right now is that when we put the car in gear, the transmission is not engaging. So what we're doing is we're just going underneath the car to check the linkage to make sure everything's okay. Find out in a minute.
Okay, so essentially what happened was when we first got the car up on the lift and we were ready to break in the gears, Junior put the car in drive and nothing happened. We didn't know why. Put the car in reverse, nothing happened. We didn't know why. So Glenn, being the mayor of Bennington, called a really good friend of his who owns a transmission shop who happened to show up in a 1969 Cougar Eliminator. You kind of know that's the right guy, right? So he walked in, we dropped the pan, emptied the fluid, he looked up, and we all thought that we were gonna have to drop the transmission because we really didn't know what was wrong. And then he just kind of looked and he went, huh, wait a minute, which is a great thing to hear from a professional that knows these cars inside and out. So there was a spring in there that had to be adjusted that wasn't in the right place. We adjusted it, put the pan back on, put a bunch of fluid back in, and now the back wheels are moving. It's moving in forward, it's moving in reverse, which is fantastic. So now what we're doing is breaking in the gears. So we have to run the car in forward and then reverse for a few minutes each, drop it down the lift, and then we'll take it out, do a little preliminary road test. If we get to that point in the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, today will be a massive, massive win. And even though it's late and we've been here for 12 hours, we'll go, it's all good. This is the type of end of day stuff that you live for when you do these builds. It really is.
It works so far. I'm feeling good.
A Apart from all the mechanical work we tackled, the final touch to achieve the Mustang's authentic vintage appearance was the fitting of a cowl hood. This piece, also sourced from Classic Industries, was impressive right out of the box. However, to nail the exact aesthetic we aimed for, we opted to wrap it, including the foremost cowl, to ensure that we achieved the precise look we were going for.
So we're getting ready to mount our brand new hood from Classic Industries. Now, if you're building a period car from, late 80s, early 90s, one of the things that you have to kind of have, especially if it's a Fox body, is a hood with at least a 2-inch cowl on it. So now one of the cool parts about this hood is it's actually not fiberglass. This is a steel hood. And the only way it varies from original, well, there are two things. One, again, it's a cowl hood, it's about 2 inches, but then Classic has also put these vents to let heat escape. So again, 2-inch cowl hood, some heat extractors on the top, which will actually benefit us, especially in the warmer months. And yeah, I think it's gonna look pretty good.
We need to break in our rear differential gears, but as we discovered right now, we unintentionally over-adjusted our brakes. We need to back those off a little bit. We'll go do some laps around the parking lot, break in the rear end, and then a little more fine tuning, but we'll be good to go. And what else we have to do? We have to install hood pins, go through, check fluids, tighten things up. We've got a few more interior bits, and we need to install a boost gauge. And I think that's about it.
Think about where we started with this car, right? It's a mild-mannered 91 Mustang with 112,000 miles on it that was looking, let's say, a little rough and a little dated. The whole goal with the car was to transform it into a period-correct kind of drag car / street racer. I gotta be honest, the result is pretty fantastic. So what did we do? Well, we ripped out all the suspension, redid that, redid the brakes, did the transmission, put it in a valve body, obviously a beautiful cowl hood, a little bit of wrap here and there, some wheels and tires, and we came away with basically what I would have seen in my high school parking lot and what I would have ran up against on the street here and there. So what's the next step? Well, now it's time to get this thing out on the street, do a little break-in, have a little fun. And then we have a very special surprise for you that's coming up on the next episode of Fox Body Rehab.